Well, in that case, I can hear the last thing we were talking about. Inspect the
Uh-huh.
DM's favorite pastime is torturing people.
Only you will end other D&D players if we're talking about psychologically, but physically, only you.
Bruh.
You're welcome.
That says so much, and I do not like any of it.
Okay, we are now streaming.
Vindeberg. I thought you said we already were streaming, mate.
That's what I thought.
Well, I'm confirming on my Twitch page. Shut up. I'll put sub-only chat. Granted, then chat will remain the same because everyone who's going to watch will be subbed because of less streams hype train.
That was more than one stream ago.
Was it? I know. I thought it was 2 weeks ago, which was our last stream.
Oh,
because we
it
didn't
might
stream
have
last
been.
week.
It might have been.
Yeah, we didn't stream last week because we were traveling, because Elf and I were traveling, and then we may or may not stream next week. Don't know yet. Because we're traveling again.
Can't make up your mind about anything, mate.
We're not
Well-
even streaming this week. You haven't woken up yet.
Oh.
Oh yeah, don't worry. It's 3 weeks ago.
Ah, yes. Perfect.
The past 3 weeks are nothing but a dream.
I hope
And
not.
I nothing but why is that?
Because that means that
Could
I'm
be-
going to sleep for way longer than I usually sleep.
Oh no! Like time, it's like the time acceleration thing, where like your
Right.
time slower in your dream. Like it's only been like 8 hours, but in fact it's been like 5 years in the dream.
Ah. Yes. I'm going to have a headache.
I like how it's all coming up to like a
How
big
is that
swelling
going to give you
musical
a headache?
crescendo.
It is, isn't it?
I don't think the crescendo's ever coming though.
What if I switch it to this one?
It's never coming. No.
Now it's never coming.
Perfect.
What have you done, mates?
You're welcome. That's the one thing I don't like about this bot. I wish that there was like a transition period whenever I clicked a button. But I don't think that's a thing. I can spend the next 20 minutes trying to find out if it's a thing.
Oh,
Time to look.
Hmm.
One 190 hours left.
Transition.
And this music-
command
This
fade
music
to
does
the
not
next
make me feel
sound.
better when it comes to that either.
Hours left till what?
The dude is dead.
Oh yeah, I forgot that was on there. Okay.
Oh,
then
jeez.
you-
Oh
And
no.
then there's this music, and then there's this music.
Oh, I don't
That's
want
not
to play
even what
anymore.
this music's for. Wait, where's my window? There it is. Wonderful.
There it is.
Yeah, those who have a crush on Yurator are about to become extremely happy
Why?
because there's more than one.
I hope no one has a
Oh,
crush on
yeah,
your
that-
Tora.
that-
She's 13.
Look. We all know you do, Jess.
No,
Yeah, she
I
has
got
a crush
the
on
hot
Yuritor's
for her
brother.
brother.
Oh, yes, but act. I'm just keeping my mouth shut. It's better for everyone that way.
I am now doing a concern
Why?
because you make me concerned. Just
For
constantly.
whom? For whom?
Everyone. Okay.
Well, I'm
I
glad
guess
I'm doing
I
it, 'cause
will
if
go
not,
ahead and do
no one would.
announcement thingy. As you can probably tell, Bunny will not be with us tonight, so instead we have frog.jpg. Um, also, we may or may not stream next week. I know we didn't get to pre-record a week last week. Not 100% sure if we're gonna stream next week either. Elf and I are traveling a crap ton this spring's season, as buying a house 4 hours from where you currently live kind of requires a lot of travel back and forth. But if we do stream, that means either our closing date got pushed back a week, or it means that we are streaming from the house. So, if that's the case, quality might not be quite as high, so I'm nervous about doing that, but it is possible. But also we're not going to have a ton of furniture or anything, so we will see. With that being said, I think that's all of the announcements that I really wanted to have. Unless someone else has something that they want to say to stream before we get started, but I doubt it.
Hot stream.
Stream. Do we remember who did the intro last stream?
Me.
You did it? Okay, so you get advantage.
Hmm.
My vote is that Bunny gets disadvantage next week.
Fair enough.
I
like this
down
idea.
with what you vote.
I say that like I'm not punishing myself having to be the one to catch them up.
Yes. This is just a punishment for you. Okay. So with that being said, I forgot we have an intro.
Ha ha ha, we don't need that.
I'm Hello, Fat Bear. Hello, we are
Good
about to get started.
evening.
Okay, we all need to roll a d20. Arc rolls with advantage. And we'll see how much I can improv this session. I rolled a nat 1.
Great, you get to do it this session.
Unless someone else rolls a nat 1 too.
Well, it's not me.
Please tell
I
me.
rolled.
Believe it or not, it's not me.
How do you roll worse than a nat 1?
If someone ties with me, then we would have to re-roll.
Oh.
I assume, Tara, you rolled higher than a 1.
Yeah, I
Okay.
rolled a 14.
Okay, time for me to try to remember what happened last time while we go to the intro.
Song.
Hello and welcome back. So, last time we streamed Golden Oaks, you all were trying to figure out what the frick to do to save Yuri Tora's brother, Lionel. You all watched him die, and then are trying to run around gathering 300 gold worth of diamonds in order to cast Revivify, which usually would not work after a minute, but someone did cast Gentle Repose on him. And so you went around Capital City, you found some diamonds. I believe you have about 100 diamonds worth right now, but unfortunately, there wasn't that much diamond within Capital City, at least the places that you all looked. And so you all decided to go to kind of the diamond trading hub of the world in the Forged Mountains. And coming up to Taylor Break, you all entered the town, immediately went to a dive bar, then regretted it because they did not have the information you were looking for, and headed back out into the streets of the city. Upon which Stella and Tuvala... Oh, you also have Yuritora with you. I forgot to mention that specifically. Stella and Tuvala, upon entering the streets, saw a troop of students from the Whirlpool Wizarding Academy pretty far down the street from you, probably 100 to 120 feet from you. Just barely passing through the crowds, where you saw another visage of Yuritora. Tuvala immediately brings up Detect Magic, and sees that the one that you are with is currently covered in illusion magic. And with that being said, that is where we pick up today, as Tuvala looks at this visage of Yuritora currently glowing.
The temptation to then cast Dispel Magic immediately.
I mean, you
Agreed.
can.
And I 100% would if I had it readied and prepared, but I do not.
You know, I think in the spirit of chaos, I will definitely go ahead and cast Dispel Magic
What level are you
on
casting
the.
at?
I'm gonna cast it 3rd level.
3rd level? I need you to roll a d20
Yeah.
for me.
I shall do that. And I'm casting it on the one that's in our party, by the way.
Mhm. The other
Okay,
one is
that
far
is-
out of the range, so
Yeah, that is 18.
18
Mhm.
just on the d20.
Just on the D20.
Where is your character sheet? Let me go check this real quick.
I thought you were checking, and I was like, "You said a D20. I rolled a D20."
Yeah, I'm checking specifically Dispel Magic.
Okay.
The DC equals 10 plus the spell save. And I believe it is a spellcasting ability check he
Yeah,
is
so it
rolling.
would be a Wisdom check.
Okay.
No,
So
Greg.
you
Today?
add your
No,
wisdom
Greg is
modifier.
actually out today. So we have frog.jpg.
Frog.jpg. I thought it was or it's bear.jpg. I thought it was frog.mp4.
Do I add my wisdom to it?
Yeah,
Yes.
you would add your wisdom to it. Yes, the perfect emote.
That'd be 24.
No,
Which
your
would-
wisdom score, not your wisdom saving throw. I was like, you do not have a +6 to your
Oh.
wisdom.
Well,
21.
either way,
21, but it would be successful
yes,
if not
'cause
for
I s-
as you start to cast Dispel Magic, she turns around and counterspells you. At
Anybody
3rd
got
level, which means
counterspell?
she does not have to roll. And she just kind of like looks up at you like, "What are you doing?"
Ooh, but you explain.
Explain what? What's wrong?
Oh boy, we're doing this.
At this point, as they were actively walking, the group of students is lost in the crowd to your eyes. You can no longer see them. You have a general idea of where they were going, like in terms of what street they went down if you wanted to go chase. But so far, Stella and Tuvala are the only two that saw, and then Tuvala started casting a spell at Yuritora, so she counterspelled it.
Would have been very effective in the event that that hadn't happened.
Yeah, it would have passed.
It would have passed.
And
We
actually,
would've found out that
let
we
me.
were
I'm gonna roll an Arcana check using her stats to see if she recognized what spell. She recognized that you were casting it at her, but she rolled really bad, so no.
But to say, you see a giant owl lady starting to like raise her wings and pick up a staff. I think you'd notice.
Yeah, especially since the spell is both verbal and somatic, so you're like, "Hiya."
Oh boy. Okay. I'm not wanting to stir the pot too much just yet. Um, I'm just gonna say I'm watching you, little rabbit.
Little rabbit.
That's what he says. On this note, I would like to.
She
I
just
think
looks
I would
at
like
the
to.
two like super confused. And
Do
then
we want to
Stella
try to
she's
chase the?
I think I would like to send a sending message to the Yuritora from the group.
sending.
Sending. And I will simply say, do you know?
The muffin
Well,
man.
actually, I mean, this is Stella. Do you know? And that is all I'm going to say.
I would have said, "Are you real?"
Mary, did
Well,
you know?
well, see, I'm curious. Like, if she is aware of what's going on, she will know how to respond to this. Is my logic. If not, then you know what I'm saying.
I feel like she's gonna lie to you regardless.
Well, here's not the Yuritora with us. I'm saying like specifically the one that we just saw
Okay.
pass.
So you're casting sending to the other one and asking, "Do you know?"
Yes, like, do
Okay.
you know?
You hear back in your head. You hear, no. What? Be more specific. I know a lot of things.
She doesn't know he's dead. Oh no. Okay. Okay. Oh. Oh.
Forgot that was an issue that I thought about last time. That oh yeah, ours knows that he's out. I don't know about this other one.
Gosh, I'm not going to even follow up because that was a very expensive thing to do. Oh gosh.
But to say we don't really have a lead on exactly where we're trying to go in the city yet. Do we want to try and follow the group?
Well, hoping at this point that y'all have clued me in, because I've just been over here talking to the other Tora, and all I know is you just cast some spell
Well,
on her.
I
I say you can feel
personally
free to
would
like
not
just
be
walk
saying
up and ask. Be like, yeah, um, we saw
Oh.
out of earshot of the one with us. We
Also,
saw
Greg's
something strange.
gone.
I assume due to like, didn't they roll poorly on alcohol, or wasn't it that they couldn't?
No, they are immune to alcohol, but they're gonna try.
They're not immune to the party vibes.
Yes.
Yes. Greg did not make it out of the bar with you.
Oh lord. That honestly
Yeah.
makes perfect sense though.
I think
It's the
best
best excuse
idea
I
is
can come up with.
to like essentially turn around and okay, frogs, frogs like in the center of a dance circle, absolutely going ham. Um,
Gosh.
I kind of want to just like grab Tara by the arm and kind of like rushingly explain as we like head out the door, kind of in the direction of the group. I don't want to be seen by them yet, though.
Okay, so you're gonna start following the troop of students.
Yeah.
Okay. And you explain to Tara what you saw. Yuri Torres kind of following behind, like, "Hey, where are we going?"
That's a great question.
We remember
never-
we have to find a place for information about where to get diamonds or how to save your brother.
We're really bad.
We're
at
just leaving the
this.
bar kind of quick.
Okay. I mean, like, I know that's the goal, but you're suddenly walking away from me pretty fast. I was just
You're
making.
following.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure.
My friend
temptation
Delal
to-
is quite eccentric.
The
That she
temptation to
is.
keep everybody all like like hidden and try to figure stuff out secretly, and then also the temptation to just run up and like, "Are you real? Because I have one too."
What?
Like
As you're
running up
trying to
the
follow
Uruguay.
the group of students and their teacher through somewhat crowded, busy streets, I would like both Stella and Tuvala to make your choice of either a survival check to track them or a perception check to see them through the crowd.
They're both the same number.
Oh, perception all the way.
12. I rolled a 12.
Okay.
I rolled a 15, but
Okay.
I'm quite upset with this roll.
I am quite sorry. With a 15 on perception, at times it does get very hard to find them through a crowd, and you kind of like lose them around a corner, but then you're able to come to a crossroads and take a quick glance around, especially, since you can fly. You are able to track them, but you're not making up much ground. It seems like they are... It's not like they're browsing the streets. They are on their way to a specific destination. And so you kind of keep the same distance, but you are still following them.
I would like to ask our Uratora if she's ever come to this city with her class before.
Give me an insight check. As she looks up at you and goes, no. I know they were talking about maybe doing something here, but I've never been before.
7.
7? Okay. Hard to read.
If-
To be a little bit more specific, the group looks like they're heading towards the base of the mountain that Taylor Break is kind of built into the side of.
I was about to ask. I feel like anything that's like high magic or like high priority for wizards in the city would definitely be what they're going to on their trip. In that case, if it kind of just looks like they're heading to the mountain, we don't necessarily have to trail them as long as we're kind of going to the same direction. We'll probably go in the same place.
Yeah, I mean, the city does span quite a bit at the base of the mountain, but you have a general idea. That's the direction that they're currently headed, at least. And you haven't spent very much time in the city or anything like that, but based on kind of the vibes of the city as you've been walking through the street, it does seem like towards the mountain is kind of the upper class of the city. Kind of as you get towards the center, it becomes more almost metropolitan. Kind of as you came into the city from the outskirts, it was very, not low quality houses, but smaller houses, smaller businesses, cheap dive bars like the one you went to. But then as you get closer and closer to the mountain, the buildings get a little bit bigger, a little bit more extravagant, a little bit nicer stonework. So it looks like you're heading towards kind of the city center type area, towards the base of the mountain. You probably get about halfway from the outskirts of the city to the mountain when you all hear like a large church-like bell just go ding, 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 coming from the base of the mountain. And as soon as you start hearing it go off, there's pretty much every citizen of the city kind of like looks over towards it, like it's unexpected. No one's freaking out or anything, but it doesn't seem like it's not a bell to tell you what time it is. And you see a couple of the better dressed dwarves kind of in what looks to be iron armor. As soon as they hear the bell, you see a couple groups of them kind of start making their way towards the base of the mountain, not in a sprint, but in a brisk jog.
Kind of like they just called in the soldiers.
What does it look like most common? Like the common people are doing.
Well, most of them are just kind of going about their day, peddling their wares. Some of them are hanging laundry on clotheslines outside their window. Some of them are planting things outside, kind of in their little boxes that they hang on their windows. But when they hear the bell, most of them like look up at it. Some of them have a more concerned face, but none of them seem to take any action upon hearing it other than looking that way and like thinking for a second before going back to what they're doing. Maybe a little bit more trepidatiously, but
I'd like to extend a hand toward just the friendliest looking patron I can find that looks like they're from the city and just pardon me, a tourist here. What does the bell mean?
You speak to kind of an older looking dwarf, and he looks up at you and goes, "Oh, usually it's to signify the forge opening and closing for the day." But he looks up towards the sun and goes, "It's far too early for it to close, so I'm not really sure."
Okay. Thank you.
Yep. He goes about his business.
Definitely more of a reason to make our way toward the mountain.
Well, yeah, definitely. Just not the best personally, but yeah. Hmm. While we're heading this direction, are there any shops we passed that might potentially be selling of diamonds?
Go ahead and give me either a perception or investigation check.
Perception.
Can I give guidance?
14.
Because this is an overtime, I'm gonna say no on guidance, but... And would
It's
you
a
say you were...
14.
A 14 is fine. You've passed, like, some smaller jewelry shops that might have some, but most of them are, you know, small mom-and-pop shops. If you get a good sense that the more expensive goods will be held kind of towards the center of the city, or at least in the upper echelon of the city, which is where you're on your way to, but you've kind of just been passing through the outskirts of the city. I said you were halfway to the center of the city, so yeah, you'd have passed some
Halfway
small jewelry
there.
shops, but most of them looked like they carried like golds. Maybe some of them had platinum, but you didn't see anything that was like, we sell diamonds.
Don't mind at night.
No, like giant, like we buy gold sign that we can just.
Oh my gosh. It's the fantasy pawn shop. The 56 fantasy pawn shop.
So I actually looked at the diamonds that you helped me put in my inventory the other week, and looking at it, so cost wise, it definitely says 50 gold pieces. The description says transparent, blue, white, pink, yada yada yada, gemstone worth 5,000 gold pieces.
What?
The description says it's worth 5,000, but the cost is 50.
Interesting. That is most definitely incorrect.
God,
The
Guys, we
index
have
really
it.
gives us the
We're all
correct
set.
amount.
You know what it is? It's because you added when you added the diamonds initially, you added a 5,000 gold diamond and then changed the price and the quantity that you had to like 50. I don't know. It's pay attention to the price, not the description.
The guys, we can go home.
I have this
They
singular
appreciate it.
diamond worth 5,000 gold.
That must be a
they
pretty nice
appreciate it over
diamond.
time.
Yeah, I know you have those 50, but then the ring that
Yeah, it was.
was given you was like 40 to 50.
Yeah.
So you have about 100.
$100 versus diamonds, which means we're only 200 short.
Right. Yeah, we're definitely in the right city for it, if nothing else. I mean, yeah, we could always just start heading toward the mountain. See
Okay.
what we can see.
Still going through the streets, they get a little more and more crowded kind of as you're approaching the base of the mountain. And the buildings get nicer, taller, like some of them go 2-3 stories kind of towards the center of the city. And most of them have like this very, very intricate stonework on them now that you're kind of to the upper part of the city. Another interesting note, as you're getting closer and closer to the mountain, there's like a thick, almost like a smog or ash that kind of barely sits in the air. It's not enough to choke you out, or it's not like it's blocking up the sun or anything. It's just sitting there, and it's probably from the mines and the forge. And it doesn't look like it's uncommon. No one's freaking out about it. Not out of the place here. Just something to note. And even like as you're walking, you can see like down like alleyways, there's like a thin layer of ash and dust that kind of covers the ground where people haven't been walking as much as the central city streets, as those are fairly devoid of any filth.
Yeah.
Because
Imagine. Dragons.
Hold on.
Damn it!
I'm adding a dragon.
I just the
Dragovich?
way you described the dust sounded like radioactive, so I had to do it.
I was about to say, just make sure that the dust isn't radioactive, okay? I can feel it in my bones.
So he
tastes kinda
really
weird.
just.
Feel
It, I just. I.
feel it.
I'm gonna make a dragon attack you.
Anyway, because she's little uncharacteristic, but because she's more high strung due to just new city, new people, bunch of stuff. Can I make like an investigation or something on if anyone's following us?
Sure, make a perception check.
Kiritora is following us.
No, someone not in my group. Come on, dice.
Greg.
22.
Greg is
22.
following us.
Yeah.
No.
How good is their stealth?
You take a quick glance around, looking specifically behind you. You don't seem to be being followed by anyone in particular. You do get like some glances from people as you're a slime girl, a tiefling, an owl, and now a small half-elven girl. But most of it is just like, that's an interesting troop. No one's like, these people are up to no good and following you or anything. But as you kind of take a glance behind you, you do see like a small crowd of dwarves, kind of not marching, but walking with purpose towards the center of the city. And what did you say that you rolled on perception?
The perception was a 22, yeah.
A 22, okay. Amongst them, kind of towards the center of the group, you do see one familiar face, as Gronmit, that you met at the Day of Ash Ball, is currently in the middle of the group talking with other dwarves, walking towards the center of the city.
Cheese.
What?
Jeez. Wallace and Gromit.
Oh,
Cheese.
I got so confused. I was like, what?
Um,
I was like, are you about to cheese an encounter that I don't have planned?
Yes. Is that a request? Like, if that's a request, I will 100% be down for that.
I will say, Wolf, feel free to cheese anything you feel like, because I only feel like it can do good.
So I tend to try and not choose things in D&D because I feel like it makes the game better for everyone else. Lesson learned the hard way.
Um,
But I mean, if it's
so,
enjoyable for everyone else, I would be perfectly fine with cheese.
so
Can
we
somebody
met
please
Gromit at
explain to
the
me why we're talking about cheese?
Gromit.
Wallace and Gromit.
No, what do you mean by cheese? The game.
Oh,
Oh,
Oh.
break the game. Using the game's rules to break it.
Exploitation, shenanigans. They'll
It's like
suck.
how in Skyrim you can technically like, level your blacksmithing all the way up by just making a bunch of little steel daggers, iron daggers.
The fact that I don't think they patched this, but I'm fairly certain, like, if you get put in jail, they take away your armor, and if you break out, wear another armor, and get caught by the guard, whenever you finally have your bail, all of the armor they took is now on you.
Mhm.
More than
Um,
one set. Beauties.
We met him at the Day of Ash celebration. I don't think
Yes.
I talked to him. Besides, like, a
Ashen
hello.
I think you did talk to him, but it was literally like, "Hey, this is my name," and then you got his name, and it was at the ball, not the dinner.
Okay.
Ooh. This guy likes to dance, but doesn't like to eat. That's very odd and uncharacteristic
Well,
of
he
a
was
dwarf.
at the dinner. You didn't talk to him.
Hey, Wolf, do you have it written like what his station was? I can't remember what he did.
Him? What was his name?
Gronmit.
I forgot that we have a
Gronmit.
thing that I can just click through.
Gronmin. That's just the wrong game notes. I'm looking at my other game's notes. Give me a sec. Yinpix. Gron. No. Gron. Nope. 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 It doesn't seem like it. Sorry. Wait. I have an event called the Day of Ash and it's an empty folder. Nope. Sorry, mate. I don't have anything.
What just
Um,
sounded like an Enderman teleporting? Oh,
Um. Okay. The another dwarf of interest that you see walking within the group. Currently, there seems to be like a group of people surrounding these two people. One of which is Gronmit, the other which you don't recognize, but you see a about 3'10" muscular-looking dwarf with kind of ashy white skin, with a short auburn mohawk and like yellowish orange, or no, I'm sorry, orangish brown eyes. Very like built, and he has a very long beard, kind of currently talking both with Gronmit as well as the people that surround the two of them. And they're walking down the same street as you towards the center of the city. They're not catching up with you or anything if you'll keep walking, but
does he look friendly?
I mean, about as friendly as Gronmit does, other than the fact that you don't know him.
Right.
Well, do we know Gromit?
No.
No, we do not.
So you say that, but the giggle makes me feel like you know more than I know.
Who?
The one who giggled.
Who giggled?
Not you and not me. There's one person.
Oh.
Well, technically, there's two. There's
He
four
knows
people here.
everything, even if he
That's-
is making it up as he goes.
That's fair.
Turns out it's just his dreams. We're just playing in his dream game.
I secretly get inspiration because I complimented the DM. I said you know everything.
It secretly
Um,
takes it away because you revealed that he secretly gave you inspiration.
Oh yeah, double negatives all around. Um,
And
I
that's
think
positive thinking.
I I think I'd like to just like keep going the same direction and see where they. You said that they're like walking behind us or like near us.
Yeah, they're currently behind you, probably about 30 to 40 feet, walking in the same direction as you, but...
Ooh,
Hmm.
Hera, I have a request.
Yeah.
Can you fall back a little bit and see if you can like hear what they're talking about?
Oh, absolutely. It's like my number one,
Just say you're the stealthiest person.
like my only skill.
Only skill. No. No. You
You're good at making bad deals too.
I don't really think it's a compliment.
I don't
Bad
think it was
deals make
meant
for
to
great
be.
D&D games.
Wait, what was that? Noah?
Bad deals make good D&D games.
What's a D&D game?
I don't know, but I hear they make good ones.
Oh gosh. Apparently, D&D people make bad decisions.
Okay, so Tara, you're going back to try to listen in on him?
Absolutely.
Huh?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. Go ahead and... I assume you're doing so stealthily, so go ahead and give me a stealth check.
No, I'm gonna jump around and yeah, I'm doing it stealthily. That would be a 22, my dude.
22?
Yep.
Okay. And then go ahead and give me a perception check to try to listen into what they're saying.
Shoot. That would be a 6.
A 6?
Do they notice me? No. Am I good at paying attention and reading lips? No.
You're very good at making sure that you are not seen. Now, coupling that with also paying attention, okay, so you do get a little bit just based on the fact that you're around them. It sounds like they're talking about the forge at the base of the mountain. Seems to be that's where they're headed. That's about all you get with a 6.
Fun.
But you get that, and you, if you would so choose, you can go back up to your group and fill them in.
Yeah, let's just do that. Okay. Yeah, so all I could really get was that they're going to the forge at the base of the mountain. I didn't really get any kind of motive.
Do we... We could either introduce ourselves, or we could just continue to see where they're headed.
Let's kind of follow behind for a little bit. Try to get a little bit better of an idea of what's going on.
Yeah, I guess if we were like behind them, it'd be easier to see where they were headed to.
Yeah.
Okay. So, kind of pulling off to the side, letting them pass you, and then following behind. If anyone else wants to try to listen in, you can give me a perception check. But if not, we can...
And perception.
Perception.
24.
It's too low. Yeah, 4.
What did you say you rolled, Tuvala?
24. What's your modifier?
2.
Oh no.
Clip it.
Auto tune it. Make it our intro.
Yes. Okay, so you do get a little bit more than Tara did. What you glean from this conversation between them, first things first, you learned the new person's name. Their name is Gamma, Gamah, Gamma Frosthand. He is another one of the architects that sits over Taylor Break. You also learn that they are...
Me, or does it sound like someone just opened our front door?
I didn't hear it.
Okay, cool.
You want to go check?
As my husband, that is your duty.
Sorry, y'all. It's just me.
Be right back.
Elf, if you're the one responsible for us losing our DM, you're also responsible for getting a new one.
The door is closed and locked. This is also me trying to waste time for Stella to come back.
Very true. Stella just pew bye.
Yep.
I was just telling Elf that if you did get, murdered, that she has to marry a new DM, so we have just another DM.
Oh, that's what you were saying. I thought that's not what I was getting. Okay, cool.
That's amazing.
I have to be completely honest. At least on the campus that I'm at, most of the people that I've seen and encountered and overheard conversations and their DMs. Yeah, we're not. I don't think we'd be going for that crowd.
No, I don't think you would.
Okay, so you hear that they are going to investigate why it's down again.
I have to find myself a Matt Mercer.
We have Matt Mercer at home.
We have Matt Mercer at home. Pans to picture of me, Sag. I am now Sag.
I wonder how many women go to like. What's it called again? It's called Geneva. Is it called? What is it? No, frick. What is it called?
The Geneva Convention?
No.
How many women go to Geneva Convention?
How many women go to Geneva?
What is the TTRPG convention called again, Colby? Midas, sorry.
Gen Con?
Yeah, I wonder how many women go to Gen Con looking for husbands.
Too many.
Why? You trying to...
I have no idea what the answer is, but I have a feeling it's too many.
Greg.
What?
Greg.
You were perfectly cutting out, so it was just great.
Darn.
Sorry, I'm also trying to give you art of this new NPC, so that's one reason I'm so distracted. But it seems like, based on the conversation that you overhear, the Forge has been unreliable recently, and they are trying to solve the problem. And if you remember back, you do remember seeing a job posting at the guild talking of unreliable forges in the mountains. So it seems like that's what they're talking about, though they have been unable to fix it themselves.
Tara, higher or lower? Should I talk to them and introduce myself?
Lower. Lower you
Okay.
do.
I rolled 17, so
Nice.
about to say, feel free to blend into the crowd all you want. I guess I'm just walking around with this little half-elf girl. Yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and introduce myself. Hello, nice to meet you. I believe we actually met at the Day of Ash Ball, talking to Gronmet.
Yeah. As soon as you actually like walk up beside him, you see Gronmit's obviously very busy, looking around person to person. Looks up at you quite a bit. Goes, "Oh, hey, bird lady. Hi. Welcome to the city. I know I'd said that I'd give you all like a place to stay, tours and stuff. Kind of busy right now. This is. Let me find his name again. This is Gama. He's another one of the architects. Y'all here for work?"
We're here on a mission, actually. It seems all of us are getting increasingly busy as of late. Tara, what do you think I should tell him about Lionel?
Sure.
Unfortunately, Lionel was attacked by something and isn't with us currently.
Have you asked his ex? Usually it's the ex.
List. We do need diamonds to help cast Revivify on him. That's kind of why we're here.
Gotcha. Well, come with me. As he's trying to get you to walk and talk, he goes, "I'll tell you what. The initial reward for this job was something like 500 gold. If you do it for me, I can give you not quite 500 in diamonds, because that's a lot. I'll give you half. I'll give you 250 in diamonds if you'll do this job for me."
I think we can do that for you. What seems to be the job?
Okay. And at this point, you're getting kind of towards the center of the city, and he points up towards the mountain. He goes, "See that mountain? It's actually a volcano. Don't know if you knew that or not. But it's been inactive for a long time. Well, inactive. There is hot magma flowing out of it. That feeds our forge. Now, because we're siphoning it off, it doesn't explode, but we have a problem in that something keeps damming up the magma tubes that
he
we
said
use.
that word. I don't want to work with him anymore.
Something keeps blocking the tubes that we use to siphon the magma. That causes issues, obviously. One, because we use said magma to heat our forges. That's a problem, because then that means we can't forge. Secondly, if it gets too backed up, then we can't siphon out enough magma, meaning kablooey. So, we've been able to go in and clear them, but we haven't been able to dedicate the resources to finding out what's causing the issue to begin with.
First of all, I love the image of Tara, who is like, stealthily like hood up, going between person to person, kind of like following different groups, every now and then like leaning against a building or like hiding in a little alleyway, and then all of a sudden just comes out of the shadows, finger pointed. Ooh, you said a bad word.
The ears
Yeah.
of possibly not real Yuritora.
yeah, I think we'd be willing to investigate it. Do you happen to know if anything lives in that volcano?
We think so. We think that's what's causing the issue.
No chance it's just a protest for fair working rights or anything? It's just dwarves?
Don't be ridiculous.
Fair enough.
Unions are outlawed in this. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, maybe that's why it's happening.
I feel like I missed something very important.
to fill you in, my friend, essentially, I fell back. I went ahead to introduce or talk to Gronmit. He's like, "You were the big bird lady from the ball," and it was like, "Hey, I said we'd, give you the tour, give you a place to stay, yada yada." Essentially, right now, they think something is happening in the mountain. They think something might be going in and blocking up their
Mountain is a
magma.
volcano. The volcanic magma is what like, does their forges, is what they use for forging. But they keep it safe. Something is messing up their safety features. And so they're trying to figure out how to make it not go kablooey. But apparently them trying to figure out how to make it not go kablooey means that we gotta go figure out how to make it not go kablooey. But if we do so, they pay us in diamonds.
So we can go make it go kablooey. Got it.
That will destroy the entire city.
What's that like first city in Fallout 3?
No
Where
idea.
you have,
Never
like-
played it.
There's like a nuke sitting in the middle of the city, and it's like, yeah, well, you could save the entire city, and there's an option to just
What?
boom the entire. It's like Megaton, something like that.
Amazing.
A megaton, like a.
You could just blow up the whole city. Yeah.
I love it.
Oh,
Okay.
that's amazing.
I am currently adding a picture of the new NPC that y'all met. And then I can show it to you. Where is he? There he is. Boom. So...
Excuse me. I don't
There.
see. Oh, I see. Ew!
That's what he
You're
looks
so
like. And then this is Gronmit that you already know.
Yeah.
They are the only two architects that you know. But you do know that the architects are like the council that sits over the city. There's one group of architects over Taylor Break, one over Radel Break. Oh, I guess I should probably show stream. I'm a good streamer, I promise, occasionally. Can I? Nope. Ta-da! New NPC. It's so hard to see. Nope, that doesn't work. That's what you get, stream. It's so small, but I can't make it any bigger on stream. But continuing to walk, you eventually get to this large building made of like a dark stone. And Gromit goes, "This is the house of the architects. That's, government building. Now, right over that way," and he points just to the west of the building, he goes, "That's where our main forge is that helps run the city, generates, all pickaxes and stuff that run the mine, which is just that way," points a little bit northeast. He goes, "That's where our main mine is. That's where we get all the diamonds and stuff that help, trade and economy, stuff like that. I'm not in charge of that part of the city. So, but heading just west of here There's a large facility, massive hammers, and magma tube that goes into building. Right now, you'll see like a little bit of magma, like a little tiny magma stream. We want that to be big magma stream. Now, just to clear up any worry, there is enough room in the tubes and the tunnels to walk on either side of the stream. Do not stand in the magma. You will die. But clear out the tube, clear out the problem that's making all of the blockages. I'll give you 250 golden diamonds. Sound good?
See, golden diamonds are $250 worth of golden diamonds. Oh, wait,
250
never
gold
mind.
worth of diamonds.
I'm sorry, my brain said golden diamonds are a thing.
We got a
I
guest
also
player
thought
tonight.
about golden diamonds.
Oh my gosh. Have the dog play as Greg.
The
Oh my
one
gosh,
time
yes.
Greg isn't here, and you have the dog.
Can we get merch that says it's not a real dog?
That's what I was saying. Go walk
I'm
my
gonna
invisible
put-
dog.
I'm gonna put that in the merch store. Also, I always forget that we have a merch store.
Well, you see, apparently there's going to be a storm and no one wants to deal with them, so they stick them in my room. Say hey, Iggy.
So,
Say hey.
Stella, to catch you up, you have been brought. You are currently at the capital building of the city, the main political hub. To your west, there is a large forge, which is the main forge for the city. That is where the issue is. And then to your northeast, mostly east, but a little bit north, there is the main mine, which produces all of the diamonds and gold and other precious materials that fuel the economy that is the city.
Or
You are
nothing.
going to get paid in 250 gold worth of diamonds if you can figure out the problem that the forge is having and keep it from happening.
Let's go figure out what the problem is. Yeah, I swear, if it's a dragon. I don't see you smiling over there.
I don't
Um,
feel like it'll be a dragon, but I think it'll be something dragon-like.
Hold on, I don't care if it's
I
not a
assume-
dragon. It could be something worse than a dragon. But if it's a dragon,
Okay, so you all, I assume, head off towards the forge?
Yes.
Is that what's happening? Okay.
we're mining underground.
As you kind of walk off, Gama kind of holds his hand up and goes, "Nice to meet you. Sorry, not super talkative, super busy." And he goes and he's talking to other people.
Oh,
With that being said, it takes you about 10 minutes to walk to the
I
forge.
cast locate problem. It's not an actual spell, but still.
That'd be so
Find the
funny if it was a spell. I mean, there's fine traps, so depending on the
Wait.
problem, it would work.
Wait, you cast locate problem and everyone in the party lights up? It's us, we're the problem.
It's like detect magic. It tells you what kind of magic it is. It starts telling you different categories of problems. It's like Greg just lights up trauma. Tavalla lights up lonely. Tara lights up daddy issues.
Daddy issues.
Daddy issues? My dad's a great guy.
Yeah, this means he doesn't have issues.
He's still a devil.
Wait, no, it doesn't say daddy's issue. Daddy
He
issues.
didn't
It says
know I
dad's issue.
existed for-
That's issue.
He didn't know I existed for several years, and still, I was like, "Hey, I exist," and he still was like, "You know what? I'm a devil, and I'm daddy-daughter dates, I guess."
Oh, hi, Bunny. How are you?
Yo.
Bunny's in chat.
Bunny,
Oh, Greg.
The frog is in the chat.
Greg has woken up. I'm Bunny
so-
in chat. Yes.
Yes.
You immediately, just so you know, Bun, you completely missed Wolf fully picking up the dog and holding it up to camera. Like, of course, the one stream you're not here has the dog, but to be fair, my brain was thinking about that. That is the world's most advanced Muppet.
Yes, the fake one.
Bro. Iggy, you wanna come back over here? Don't look at me
We
like
also,
that. You wanna-
we also talked about merch
here.
that's going to talk about like fake dog or invisible dog.
No, Iggy, come please.
Muppet dog I also like for merch.
Muppet
They
dog.
can't put Muppet on merch.
I don't think Muppet's copyrighted anymore, is it?
Pretty sure it's
I don't think so.
the term Muppet. I'm pretty sure still is.
Oh.
Well, we say fake dog, and then it's got like googly eyes of a certain type of breed of puppet.
Bro, I swear, I swear, if you get a picture of my dog and slap googly eyes on
Puppet
the
dog.
picture on the shirt, I hope
Puppet
it's
dog.
barely
I'm
upset.
going to do that.
Yeah.
Can I actually
Okay.
like stitch googly eyes into the shirt?
Yes.
You know, this
They, like,
conversation
jiggle
reminds
around.
me of the time whenever like my brother and my sister were taking pictures with each other, and the dog hopped up, and they were using like Snapchat filters. And so they got a Snapchat filter where it recognized the dog's face as a face.
Amazing.
Oh
Um,
gosh.
So walking over to the forge, you see a very large building covered in ash, and there's these massive like gates. On it, it's an interesting building as the walls are not solid. It's more of like it's almost just like a fenced-in area, but the fence is massive and these huge iron bars. And then the entire area has like a roof over it. Just this massive tiled roof to protect it from the rain. But other than that, it's kind of left to the elements as heat becomes a very big problem when you're forging using magma. And you see these. You see this large channel that butts up into the base of the mountain. And it comes down into what looks to be four thinner channels that each touch like this large metal block, and there's like little not domes but like looks like different stations to heat metal in using the magma. It's not like you're sticking raw metal into the magma to heat it up, but there's these insulated like pods that you would stick metal in, and then the heat from the magma heats up the metal. I know it's not the perfect representation of forging, but fantasy world. So with that being said, you also see a couple of different massive drop hammers that it looks like are connected to chains, and it takes several dwarves to use them properly. One of them is currently resting on the large anvil beneath it, and then the other one is currently hanging at about 20 feet above the anvil. Looking at it, it's a massive stone, probably weighing, rough estimate, 1 ton to 2 tons, just hanging there by this massive chain. But the channel that kind of comes into the forge area looks like it runs up, and then it hits the side of the mountain where there's a large 25-foot across like tunnel bored into the mountain itself, and you see a very thin stream, no more than a foot across at the most, of hot magma kind of trickling down the channel. This place is relatively devoid of people, though you do see a few guards standing in armor, and they currently both have axes, and one of them has a spear at the side as well. But yeah, they're kind of standing at the entrance to this location.
Sorry, you said who was standing at the entrance?
There's 2 guards standing at the main gate.
Okay. I'd like to walk up to them and ask. First of all, say who we were sent by, but then ask if they've noticed anything strange in particular.
They both kind of like look at each other and they just like, nothing. We don't go in. We're just standing guard, so we haven't seen anything come out except less magma than normal. But you said Gronmet sent you?
Indeed.
You from the guild? I know he had reached out to the guild from Capital City.
That's us, Golden Oaks.
Okay. He kind of like looks over to his partner, and they both nod at each other and go, "You're welcome to come in and fix our issues." That feels weird saying.
You're welcome to come in and fix our problem. Yeah.
Feels just as weird hearing it.
The other guard kind of like looks at you all and goes, "Better you crawling through magma tunnel than me."
Smart. Yeah. Is there any like Breath of the Wild style like heat armor that we can wear that?
He kind of like looks at you like, "What's Breath of the Wild?"
Wait, we're going in a tunnel, aren't we?
Yes.
I do not.
Yeah.
I do not like this at all.
You don't have to go in the tunnel, given that you're kind of water, but
Yuri Tora looks up at you and goes, "It's gelatin, thank you." "It's okay, Stella. I got your back."
it's not slime. It's mucus.
Ew. Oh, Stella, I don't know if you were here. They did reassure you, even when the magma stream is at full like strength and it's not weakened, there is some walking room on either side of the channel.
That is not my issue,
It's
mine.
it's not just large tunnel. I was just making sure that you remember that because I wasn't sure if you had your headphones on when I went over that.
Right. Well, that you should know what the issue here is.
Oh, I know exactly what the issue is. I was just making sure that you knew that piece of information.
All right. All right.
Yeah. I will say that you should probably stay outside of the tunnel, here with the guards. If you wish to come in, I won't stop you.
Why do you suggest I stay out?
I feel like specifically being made of slime, you might be more susceptible to the heat.
I'll be fine. I'll be fine.
Okay. Not like I'd like to go in there without our cleric.
My dad.
Okay.
You.
Yes.
Never mind.
You
Well, I was
noted-
gonna ask you something, but I don't think I need to ask you on a stream.
Okay.
Sorry.
Wife moment. I'm kidding, I love you. Anyway.
Anyways, time to walk into Dangerous Fire Mountain.
You see, as you start to make your way towards the tunnel, Yuri Tora kind of like stops and goes, just as a heads up, I'm not the best at offense. If anyone needs, like, I don't really know. I can do very little.
Support gang.
And I'll come with you if you want. But I'm a wizard. I can't heal. And also, I can't really fight.
What is he sending you to that school for?
I could do this. You see, she like
I like
draws
the
a sigil in
spell
the air, and then she hits her chest, and you see like almost ethereal like shoulder pads form as she casts mage armor on herself.
I just feel, I don't know why, but I feel like when you describe this, it's like football shoulder pads. And it's
Well,
like
not
three
exactly.
sizes too big.
Sorry,
Yeah,
I
no,
thought
no,
about
but
just
like,
straight up like 80s women's shoulder
Oh,
pads.
okay,
So
well,
I was
Um,
thinking of
okay.
like cool, like pointy wizard ones. But what's really funny is the thought that because she's so new to the spell and she's like got her training wheels on per se, they really are like
yes, bunny.
default football type looking
Dude,
ones.
like I imagine it's like they're a little bit too big for her too. Like,
You see, she also goes, "Oh, I
but,
also
like,
have this." And she like doesn't draw a sigil, but almost just like turns her hand in the air, and as she does, little trails of blue light form before she pulls out like a small orb, and she goes, "This is a ward. Um, it can help defend us, but that's about all I got. I don't have much." Oh wait, I could banish something like once. I just learned how to do that. That takes a lot out of me.
maybe save that as a trump card.
Fair enough. Okay, I'm
Yeah.
ready if you are.
Just stay in the rear, but don't be out of our sight.
Sounds good.
When Yuri Tor is better at prepping for a fight
How-
than the actual party.
How wide is the
It's
walkways?
it's about 25 feet.
Okay. How wide is the magma flow?
Right now, it's like a foot.
Okay. So
Almost
jumpable.
touch both sides at
With,
the same time.
they did warn you, like it gets pretty wide when it's at full strength, but right now it's like a foot at its widest. Though, if slash when you unblock it, you need to get to the side of the tunnel. And it's almost like an oval. It's a little bit shorter than it is wide. It's about 15 to 20 feet high. But it's about 25, and in some places as wide as 30 feet.
Also, I
Okay.
will say, as we get to the entrance of it, I will hesitate a moment before going in. And you will also notice as our journey up there, I will lose a little bit of detail in the face. And other such things as we approach.
Can she? Yuri Tora kind of sneaks up next to you, Stella. Stella, you don't wear armor, do you?
Not really.
Oh. Okay, it doesn't really make a difference for you, but she sees that you're nervous, and she does the sigil again and casts mage armor on you. She goes, "Here, take. I don't know if it helps, but it can't hurt."
Thank you.
It doesn't actually make a difference to your AC because it's 13 plus your dex, which I now realize is what your base AC is because you have.
Oh, actually, my AC is 13 plus deck, and Constitution, I think.
Yeah, yours is 10 plus dex plus con, which gives
Yeah,
you a total of
that's what it is.
16.
Yep.
But she cast mage
Yep.
armor, which
Which gives me a 16. Yeah, I gotcha.
Yeah.
I knew it was something like that.
yeah, and it only works if you have it only works if you have no armor on. Otherwise, she would cast it on the rest of you too.
I would feel better if it was nice. Oh,
Oh, that's what happened.
much appreciated, though. Nervous.
Okay. As you start to make your way up the tunnel, are you going to be traveling stealthy? Are you going to be traveling quickly?
From stealth.
I think stealth is a good idea.
Okay. I would like all of you to make a stealth check.
I'm good at that one.
And as there is magma running through the center of the tunnel, it's not super bright in here, but it's giving off enough light to where even without dark vision, you're all fine seeing wise. You might have disadvantage if you're trying to look at something like super far away, but do you have to make a stealth check? No! We decided that because you weren't playing tonight, that Greg never made it out of that dive bar.
He was partying too hard.
He was partying too hard. We know he can't get drunk, but he couldn't avoid the vibes. His blood
I'd like
alcohol
to-
level is fine. His vibe alcohol level is not fine.
He met like a salamander girl, which is close enough to a grung. He's trying to dance to impress her.
Also, when Yuri Tor comes up to me, I think I'll cast Warding Bond on her.
Okay. Yes, that's
She's
exactly
not
what Greg said.
real.
I know,
Hey.
but still.
She's real.
Okay,
Her spells are apparently real enough, but
I do
Yeah.
not trust this. I do not trust this person to be Yuri Tor, but at the same time, I don't want this person to think I don't know who this person is.
right.
It gains a +1 bonus to its AC and saving throws.
As well as resistance to all damage, and every time that person takes damage, I take the same amount of damage.
Oh,
So basically,
dope.
the damage is like 50-50 split between two people.
Is that... Okay, hold on.
So think of it this way: like if you deal 50 damage, both of us would take 25.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Cool.
And that only works if that person's hit. If I get hit, I just take all the damage.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So basically, I get hit more now.
Yeah, I was
You'll
about to
be
say you
fine.
smack right. It's a good thing a druid can heal, huh?
Yeah, that it is.
Wizard spells. Actually, no, you wouldn't see that. Okay, never mind. A hyuk, a hyuk, a hyuk, a hyuk. Thank you.
Yeah. Fighting underground. In both games, Sean. In both games. Fireman. Good grief. You know, it's not even an actual song yet, it's really catchy. So stupid. What has happened?
Huh?
I was asking what happened because everything just went silent.
Oh, oh.
An eerie silence. An eerie silence wipes over the party as you all drift to sleep. And die.
Sir.
And
What?
die. Yeah, definitely tunnel time. Sneaky, sneaky.
Yeah,
Let's-
okay, did
I'd
y'all roll
like
stealth?
to-
I don't remember if you already did it.
I didn't.
Yeah. I got a 22.
22.
Yeah.
Stella?
5.
5. Okay, and then Tara.
13.
13. Okay.
Yeah.
You know, that's not great, but it's higher than what it needs to be. So,
Like the lowest stealth roll I've ever rolled though.
I'm sorry.
I'm about to say the stealthiest person on the team.
Okay. So you all start, creeping up this long, slightly winding magma tube. I don't need it right this second, but I will like everyone to decide kind of where they're standing ish. I know Yuritor is kind of behind you, but I would like to know, are you standing on the left side of the tunnel, the right side of the tunnel? Are you, straddling the 1 foot wide magma that's going down? I don't recommend that, but your game.
I think I'm on the left side, in kind of the front.
Okay, so you're left front.
I would probably be in the back because I want to be in a position where I can see everyone. And
Okay.
also, at this
Yuri
point,
Tora
I
will
would
take
say
whatever
my
side
face
you're not
is
on.
very hard to distinguish at this point in time.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I'm just wherever is left,
Okay. So Tara will be front right, Tuvala front left. Stella, do you want left or right?
Which side is the magma on again?
It's running through the center.
So yes. So are we? It's like
So I'm saying like, according to each other.
yes. What I'm saying
Tuval-
is my logic being, person who's against the wall is probably the safest.
Yes. You can
So
also
therefore,
be
I would
2 on
want
the
to be
left of the magma, 2 on the right of the magma. That's kind of what I
Right.
was picturing, but
Yeah.
All I'm saying is I want the person I am next to be the one against the wall.
okay. So
Aside from that, I don't really care if it's left or right.
Like
we'll
walking
say
with a
for
lady.
the easy memorization, you will be walking behind Terra, and Yuritora will walk behind Tuvala.
All right.
Okay. With that being said, as you were all walking kind of through the tube, Tuvala and Terra, since you're at the front, give me a perception check.
You 20.
Nice. Tuvala.
23.
Nice. Okay, so you're both, eyes and ears open, and while you're quietly making your way through this tunnel, you're looking ahead, trying to listen, and you hear like an echo kind of coming down the tunnel. You hear like this low, kind of, it seems like you're not right up on it. It's not very loud. You kind of hear this like low croaking sound almost before you hear like a
Oh.
rock falling.
Gosh, guys, Greg
You're
got
like
so
a-
drunk he broke the forge. Partied too
Hey.
hard.
Why did you get stuck in the forge?
The problem is I know exactly what it is, but Tuvala doesn't know exactly what it is.
Oh,
so I
that's
don't know
really
what it is.
interesting considering I homebrewed this creature.
Oh no!
So I
There's
have
no
no idea
hope.
what you think it is.
I thought it was a slod, like a red slod.
Oh. I didn't even think about that.
Dude, nah, this guy, he put a death slot on us, and you know it.
Yes.
Looks up a red
obviously.
slod, realizes it
I
may
am
be
looking
exact
up
same thing.
slods.
Did you?
No, I didn't make up the exact same thing because I know like the lore of slods, and I didn't
Right.
think that fit in lava tunnel.
I mean, technically it could because
Yeah, it
You're not even-
could.
I'm about to say
Yeah,
they fit anything Underdark, so
like, they fit anything. They're literally from a section of space that is like literally embodiment of chaos.
That's fair. Well,
I say space. Technically, it's plane, but
Oh, I did not know this. Apparently, Slod are native to the plane of Limbo.
yes.
Did not know that. Gonna put that in the game.
I'd be pretty mad too if I was no longer in the plane of like hula skirts and going under the bar.
I'm gonna
Yes.
kill Tavallo.
Sorry. Terrible joke, but
I agree with Tavallo.
Okay. But you both hear that, and I would say Stella and Yuritora also hear it based on the fact that the people at the front heard it. And then, you know, if you wait around, you eventually hear more stone. You hear sounds of like stone being almost like broken, stone being dropped.
what can I ritual cast?
It's a beaver frog.
You have heard like you also hear occasional croaks. They're a lot less common than the rock sound.
Is this something that speak with animals would work on?
You have no idea. You can make a
Okay.
nature check to see if you know what it is.
Yeah, I'd love to. Let me see.
Go ahead and give me a nature check.
It's an 8.
An 8. You're not really sure. You're not native to the inside of a volcano, so it's a bit hard to really know. If you are y'all continuing up the tunnel, or are you gonna sit and talk about it for a minute?
Let's say we could always sneak up and peek.
That we could.
I mean, I'm always up for a good sneaky sneak.
Okay.
Good sneak and peek.
So continuing up the tunnel, we're just going to continue using your previous stealth checks. You kind of turn this corner,
Oh, I want to
And-
make a new stealth check.
and you see that thin, like foot-wide channel of magma. You see it wind up before you see like this wall of dark red black stone. Before you see like a pool of magma on the other side, like it's been dammed up. Okay.
Alright, do they look friendly?
Go ahead and give me another perception check.
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
As currently you haven't seen any creatures, you've just seen a dam made of stone.
Okay. Nat 20, so 29.
Jeez. Okay. Looking and getting a little bit closer, you see a few things that kind of stick out to you. Mostly because you see like a set of eyes sticking out of the magma pool on the other side of the dam. Just these large circular eyes, mostly black pupils with like a rim of orangish red around the pupil. They don't seem to have noticed you, but you see, kind of just looking at them, you see 4, 5-ish of them. Maybe 6, maybe 4. But you see like these sets of eyes before you see one of them kind of starts to raise up, and you see this rocky head of a creature. And you see these 2 large eyes on its mostly rocky surface kind of peer up out of the magma before you see it kind of pull up this large stone from underneath the magma and stick it on top of the dam before it sinks back into the magma.
Whoa.
And I will say, because you rolled an at 20, as it kind of picks up the rock, you see on its like stomach area, as it kind of picked up the rock, you see just traces of orange and red kind of peering up, but like along its stomach, almost like a fire. Actually, I can show you what it looks like, because it looks
Hot
like
dog.
a frog.
The Frogo.
It looked like a frogo. Let me find it. Oh, I just tabbed out. Where is it? Crap, I can't find it now. Give me a second. Show to everyone.
I like him.
Let me show stream.
He's a funky little man.
The fact that we meet a frog on the session that our frog isn't with us.
I know,
Jabba
right?
the Fraga.
Suspicious.
Hell, that frog reminds me of the hut.
Magma frog, yes. It is a magma
Pardon, I'll
frog.
be right back.
Their proper name is a boulder.
The proper name is Jabba the Fraga.
Mulder no longer feels conflicted.
Oh.
But you see the group of them. Well, Tavala sees it, so I will.
Wait for Tavala to return.
Tuvala is showing the frog. Frog.
Turns out, this is just.
We mentioned the word one too many times, and my frog, I turned around and was literally just at me from inside of the cage.
Guys.
But this little guy is
It's
known
Greg's
as a boulder.
final form.
There's about, I think, like, how many of them are there? There's like 6 of them in kind of submerged in the pool of magma on the other side of the dam. Looks like they're actively building it.
Oh, he's a rehome poor little sweet babies.
Wait, what?
How are we gonna rehome these sweet little babies?
How
Do you
big
know
are
of
they?
any? They're
Well, I'm sure they'll have
about
a happy home in the
2
afterlife.
feet in diameter. They're fairly circular, so about 2 feet in diameter. They're fairly large, but they are considered small creatures. They're smaller than any of you, though a bit wider.
Hmm.
Wait, are they
Wide frog.
sentient?
I mean, you don't know.
Greg
Oh,
is
you
going
know.
to vehemently deny you seeing the magma frog.
Yes.
Childhood story.
Also, I love this art, by the way. I got it done by AI, and it's beautiful.
I like it was done by AI and you still say got it done as if you like commissioned it specifically.
Well, I mean, I kind of did, because I went to an AI and I was like, hey, give me lava frog. And it gave me this. And I love it.
I like how uncomfortably many toes there are.
There's
Yep.
6 on one, 7 on the other.
What? Nah.
No, there's actually 7 on the other. There's one little hidden one. See? It's behind it.
All the better for pickup rock
Yeah.
stack.
Both of the front hands have 7 fingers. There's a little hidden one behind the pinky on the right side. See? Little bloop.
It's lore.
We could always go back and talk to the dwarves and see if they know anything specifically about this creature. Also, I don't want Stella to get hit by like magma.
Oh gosh.
An old grung
Because-
from Greg's village actually saw a magma frog and was like, hey, maybe we should avoid this. And after a few generations, they assumed it was Arnold Wife's tail.
A wives' tale, probably meant to say.
An old wives' tale, maybe? Not Arnold Wives' Tale. I was like, who is Arnold and why is his wife telling tales of magma frogs?
Wait, guys, but seriously, I don't want to just go up to the other people and be like, hey, this is your problem, because I don't want them to be like, oh, okay, we just need to call an exterminator and then kill all the cute little boulder
We're the
frogs.
exterminator.
Well, I don't want
You
them
think-
to tell us just go kill all the boulder frogs. I don't want to kill
You-
all the boulder frogs. I want
You
to
think
go...
they're cute because you haven't gotten shot at by them. I'm assuming they shoot out lava from their mouths because it's a frog and I played a video game ever.
Don't worry, they also bite.
Well, okay. Oh, I can confirm that. That's why I picked up the tomato frog. Because if I
They
picked up the
tongue you.
Pac-Man frog, I'd still have the Pac-Man frog attached firmly to my finger.
Maybe
I
I should
quite
make its
literally-
bite damage do a little bit more damage.
Never mind, I'm shutting up now.
Don't forget the fact that like, the tongue shoots out and like sucks you into its mouth. I bet its belly looks like an oven cooker.
So
It
I'm
toasts
gonna
ya.
bet. Oh, we bring one home and we put it in our kitchen and it's our little oven.
Name it stove.
It's stove.
The boulder is stove.
The boulder is. Okay, well, I'm almost certain if we want to do it, I could talk to it.
Do it.
I could possibly. Could I turn into this? Too high level?
Let me check the
It is-
restrictions on this. On your
Okay.
wild shape, but maybe. I'm
It
gonna
is-
tell you
it
right
is
now,
pro.
they don't have that good of stats. They're CR1, so it depends. Can you wild shape into something with a burrow speed? Because I know you can't. Oh, wait. At some point, you get a better wild shape.
I'm not sure what
Um,
level.
While using your wild shape, you can transform into beasts of CR 1/2 or lower that don't have a flying speed. But there's no restriction on burrow speed, but Moon Druid specifically gets higher level wild shape, and I'm trying to remember. Yeah, you could transform into this 100%. It is considered a beast. It does not have a swimming nor flying speed, and it is a CR of 1. It has very little health, and it does very little damage, but you could turn into one. Wait, it's actually faster than you are. I just realized you can turn into this just for the burrow speed.
Turns out it burrows at 300 miles per
We'd be
hour.
playing Ben 10 up in this thing, you know?
It has a burrow speed of 40,
Basically.
and it would have had a swim speed if I didn't understand the physics of how dense magma is. Because
Yeah, fair enough.
the original stat block that I made, I used AI to make the stat block because that's easier than making it by myself. And then I could just customize it, and it was like, hey, it has a 40-foot swim speed, and I was like, that's not how lava works.
I mean, if it's hot enough.
I mean, yeah, but
Frog might be hot enough.
burrow speed, because it digs through the hard top layer of magma, then sits in the hot, more liquidy core of the magma. Granted, they do have to breathe, so they have to come up every once in a while.
Right.
But they seem to be enjoying their hot tub.
Yeah, okay.
It's a
so
very hot tub.
Very hot tub. And
I'll say I'll
do you
go
value
ahead
the life
and-
of a person or the frogs more.
Yeah, it was the perfect moral dilemma Are you willing to kill the adorable boulders to save Lionel's life?
We didn't
I'm
kill the giant tree creatures. I don't
See-
feel like we need to kill them.
You're right. If we poke a hole in it at just the right size, everything will work just fine.
Granted, they are paying you to fix the problem and keep it from coming back.
Hey, we take all the lava frogs. We use some space in our yard, maybe Tara's garden,
Well,
and we make a little magma pool, and we keep our little lava frogs there.
first off, they're paying us to do the task. If we do it and we get paid and it comes back, that's now their problem.
They can quickly make that our problem, though.
I mean, they can, but at the same time, you know, what was I saying?
I don't know, but now I can't stop picturing one of the boulders with like a little metal hat that's being used as a stove because its internal temperature is very hot. And so you just give it like a little hat. It's like strapped to its chin and it's just like a stove top. And that's all I can picture right now.
I'd say we could even have the dwarves like craft us up some kind of box to transport them in, but that'd cost money.
And time. Which
Yeah.
is arguably more important.
Lionel, lava frog.
Okay. I'm not in favor of killing the cute little lava frogs. I feel like that would damage the ecology of.
The ecosystem of the active volcano.
Yes.
Fair enough. I'll say I definitely. Sorry.
So, how many? You said there's about like 4 or 5. Can we?
There's currently
Try-
6.
6. Can we try to figure out if that's all there are or if that's just all we see?
So that's all you see right now, because there is a dam blocking the lava tunnel, and there might be more like downstream more, but the problem is you have to pass the hot tub to get there. Which is very dangerous because as you dam it up, the lava path goes from an average of like 10 to 15 feet wide to 25 feet to 30 feet and starts filling up the tunnel.
I have the same like resistance to lava as they do in Wild Shape, right?
If you wild shape into them, you will have the same like damage resistances and immunities and condition immunities. You get their stat block, the only difference is you get to keep your intelligence, charisma, and wisdom.
Okay. I definitely want to do that. I was gonna ask, do we want to do our 15 beforehand?
That's fine with me, if that's what y'all want to do.
That would be great. I would love to. I want to go make some tea.
Okay.
Yeah.
We will take a 15-minute break before Tuvala turns into a frog. Also, I love these creatures. I love them so much. Okay, be right back,
Yeah.
stream.
Alright. See you later, stream.
And we're back. We have snacks and drinks and frogs.
And apparently jazz water.
Jazz water. And no
Yeah.
one gets context.
Nope. What's this
Find out on
context
the next
he's talking
episode
about?
of Golden Oaks. Anyway, what are y'all doing? Fat Bear got ice cream. Very important. What kind of ice cream?
I'm gonna say Fat Bear got Rocky Road.
Yeah,
Oh, that's a
I
good
remember
choice.
Rocky Road.
I'm gonna guess mint chocolate chip.
That's a horrible choice.
It's my guess.
Come on, Fat Bear. We need to know. Stream's not moving until you tell us.
Correct.
We'll wait.
We
I'm
bully
gonna
our
guess
viewers
blue.
into,
I'm
into
going to guess
responding to
Blue
us.
Bell.
Little Debbie strawberry shortcake.
Strawberry
I
shortcake.
love the Little Debbies. I haven't had strawberry shortcake, but I got the Nutter Butter ones. Very good. Honey Bun, not my favorite. Cosmic Brownie, top tier Little Debbie ice cream.
Good choice.
I
Solid
saw
choice.
Flavor Town. Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, so now what are y'all doing to these poor frogs?
All right.
I'm
So magical girl style, Tivala is going to like raise her staff in the air. Eyes are gonna go kind of silvery. Pardon?
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Okay.
Sorry, no.
And-
Dr. Fat Bear said mint chocolate chip is my favorite.
Right.
Oh, sorry to insult your ice cream. I do not like it.
We bully chat for ice cream here.
I feel bad now because he actually likes the flavor I don't like.
So that's
People
what an
have
opinion is.
preferences.
I
You
know
don't
people
have
have
to
the
feel bad about that.
No, I feel bad because I said it was a horrible choice whenever we were making a guess at what his ice
That's
cream
fair.
he was eating.
Okay, Tuvala, what are you doing? I'm sorry, continue.
Magical girls into a boulder.
Okay, with no warning whatsoever, you all see Tuvala shrink down to about a 3-foot sphere of stone with like flames on the belly and orange iris eyes.
Just step over, blink. I have a plan.
You can't speak while you're wild shaped, by the way.
I know, but I have a plan, and you can feel mine.
You
Mind
you
blowing
can all
anyone else.
stare at the blinking boulder in front of you.
I did think that I at least made that intention clear before shaping.
Sure.
Yeah. Okay. It's go time. step over, and
Okay.
I can go into lava, right? In this form.
You are immune to fire damage while in the form of a boulder. I did add it to your stat block. You may need to refresh your page, but if you go to extras, it should be there. So it's all the way at the bottom. They have 11 hit points, an AC of 12, a 40-foot walk and burrow speed, and they deal 1d4 damage of either fire or piercing or both.
Nice. Living out my Ben 10 fantasies here. Okay.
Though you do also, one thing I forgot to mention, you have advantage on saving throws against being petrified while in the shape of the boulder.
Nice.
Stop getting stoned and get to work.
Petrified.
Okay. I'm gonna just kind of like dip the toes into the lava. Okay. Oh, this feels weird. I imagine it's
very
kind of like
warm.
I imagine it's kind of like dipping into Jello. But hot
It's
Jello.
much harder than that, but you find that your 7 fingertips on each hand are hard enough. Like, you see on the art, there's like the little bulbs at the end. Those are rock hard, so you're able to like carve through the thick, hard top layer of the magma, where the much, much hotter liquid magma is kind of underneath the mostly solidified surface.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and swim down. I'm gonna
Okay.
see where the rocks are coming from. I'm gonna grab one. And I'm gonna go up and put it on the pile. And then just
Okay.
turn to the nearby frog and whew, busy day, huh?
So you go down, and it's not very deep. Even at like the lowest depth, you're only a few inches from the surface. But you go down, and you can't see under lava, but kind of feeling around. And actually, you do have tremor sense when in this form. So you can kind of feel. It looks like they have been literally going down, breaking the rock underneath them, and bringing it up and making this pool. So you put a rock up, and you say that in boulder language, and it just kind of like looks at you, and then just kind of blinks, just looking at you with just its eyes and the very top of its head peeking up above the magma.
It's so weird. Oh gosh.
I had an idea.
Keyword had.
I think the biggest problem with being a boulder is if you are under magma when you drop your wild shape, you are going to die.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Just so you know, being submerged in magma does a minimum of 18d10 fire damage.
Yep. But it's cool while it lasts, huh? It lasts for 3 hours. I just need to not.
Or until you hit 0 HP.
Or until you lose 11 health. If anyone slaps you too hard, you will just become incinerated.
Wait, so do I take the damage now? No.
No, so your form is immune to fire damage. But if you take 11 points of damage, you will revert to your owl form, which, fun fact, not immune to fire damage. And then you will still be submerged in magma, which does 18d10 fire damage. Being on top of magma does 10d10. Being in it does 18.
I'm gonna ask as froggy as I can. Why did we choose this spot again?
You like look over at the one that earlier put the rock up, and it just kind of like looks back over you, makes like a big croak noise, which to you sounds like warm. And with your eyes just barely above the magma, you can tell why they picked the spot. It feels very nice.
Oh, they're just sweet babies, don't know no better. Oh no.
You can only get very limited speech through this form, as they do not have a formal language, but you can get very simple ideas across. I'm kind of treating it like the speak with animals spell.
Okay.
Speak with self. The greatest spell to ever be forged.
Does it look like anywhere near the bottom? Like, because I don't know how good a dam builder frogs are.
Like, I mean, there's at least one leak, considering that there's a foot stream of magma going away from the dam.
Right. Would there be like a loose rock that it looks like I could just kind of knock and it would bring it down?
Give me an investigation check. You're playing reverse Jenga here.
Yeah. 16.
16? I mean, you could definitely pull away some key components that would make it fall. Though you couldn't just like do it under the magma and not be noticed. Like you would have to go down and grab it and pull away.
Yeah.
Nice, Fat Bear. I have that problem far too often.
Eat the whole pint. Right. Pints look like they're made to be eaten in one sitting.
Yes.
That's the
Concur.
problem.
Favorite time to eat a whole pint of ice cream is in the bathtub.
I do not concur.
It's just another level feeling of greatness.
You know, X Games mode. With
Okay, so are you pulling out a rock from the bottom of the dam?
But to say, it's not like I can just tell them to stop.
Ate a cheeseburger in the shower once? What?
You win.
Wait,
I didn't even know it was a game, but yeah, he wins.
oh gosh.
It's like going to McDonald's, ordering a cheeseburger. Hold the dry, please. I would like my cheeseburger wet.
Well, he
like
never
it's
said the
SpongeBob.
shower was on. He just said he ate it
I
in the shower.
assume that it was on. Because that,
mean-
otherwise, that's just weird.
I mean, fair.
Um,
I mean, is it?
last attempt. Do you think there's a way I could convey, like, that I found a better warmth to bring them to?
That makes sense.
Probably. If nothing else, you can go warmer and then walk away and see if they follow.
I think I will do specifically that. Just the loudest warmer croak and start, like,
Okay.
down the...
Give
the
me a
other-
perception, or not perception, I'm sorry, persuasion check.
Okay. Oh! Nope. That's a 2.
You say warmer and start to crawl out, and you see one of them actually starts to get up, and it gets its like mouth above the magma, and then just goes back down. And you just hear cold. By the way, they have an intelligence of 2.
Oh gosh.
Fair enough. Alright. I'd like to at least, like, to one of their attentions, like, point with my little hand to start going down the other way. Like, go back down the tunnel.
Give me another persuasion check.
I mean my teammates, by the way.
Oh, okay. I thought you
Yeah.
meant one of
No.
the other frogs, and I was like,
No,
It's
just
like,
like,
yo,
do they understand hand signals?
hey,
there's
yo,
a lot
team,
of
go that
frogs
way.
Here. Do we
So you-
like?
So you all see one of the boulders come up, kind of standing on top of the dam at this point, points one of its 7 fingers at you, and points down the tunnel. Yuri Torres like, wow, and then takes a big step back.
You
It's
think
a
Stella gets
bad feeling about what's going to happen here.
You see Yuri Tora gets out like a component from her pouch, ready to cast Absorb Elements.
I do not like the amount of damage I am about to take.
telling you to leave?
I assume you are all heading back
Yeah.
down the tunnel a little bit, not just standing there. On the bright side, no one has vulnerability to fire damage. So, Tuvala, what's the plan?
Okay, so I'm not like as seen. Is it possible to get out of the lava, go around to the front, and try to like start digging out from the front?
Yeah,
try to get it all
absolutely.
to start.
You
Yeah, so
crawl
I'm not-
out, and you see a couple of them are just like looking at you, confused as you get out of the magma. And as soon as you get out, you actually realize your internal body temperature is very hot. And so the reason that they're in the magma is to get their outside to match their inside closer. Because you're in a magma tube. It is uncomfortably hot for a person. But your internal temperature is probably a couple hundred degrees. So even in this hot air next to magma, it feels like the middle of winter and your skin is like drying out. But it's not going to cause you any issues. It's just mildly uncomfortable.
All right. It's time to start digging.
I assume you're starting from like the bottom where the magma stream is coming out.
Yeah. The loosest
Brilliant
little
idea.
liquid
We
spot.
put the frogs in the forge.
That's what I was gonna do, but I needed them to go downstream. And the thought is, if you break a dam, it's all gonna come downstream.
Oh yes.
And wait a minute. Yeah, that's the best idea. The froggies, instead of kicking the froggies out, the froggies just become the dwarves' best pets. They
Because-
become.
They're warm. If they sit in the little pools that are made to like heat up the metal, I imagine it'd help.
Yeah, they just become little forge pet buddies. Symbiotic relationships here.
Keep in mind, you have, just as a heads up, to keep it as transparent as I can possibly be, you have no idea how territorial these guys are. For the simple fact
Sure,
that
it's
the
fine.
only one of you they saw was another boulder. But, I mean, it may work.
It will work because
There's one way to
charisma.
find out.
Well, logic dictates, we'd rather not murk them, but if it so happens, then they're down there, we're all there fighting, it's less hot, and we have two guards that could potentially help us if they're not cowards.
That's fair.
And everyone gets burned to death because the lava is so much lava because flood lava because how dam work.
Well, the dam isn't that big.
I
think
imagine
it's-
that they have
It's
they
not
have
like
like
the Hoover Dam.
heavy
the
flow
Hoover.
days,
Gotta save these damn frogs.
All right,
Okay, so
let her
you
rip.
pull out the first rock. Magma immediately starts pouring out of it. And if you don't know, magma doesn't flow super quick, but it has a lot of mass behind it. It's very dense, so it will move whatever it wants out of the way. So Tavala, I would like you to make me a strength check. Or strength saving throw. To see how much you get pushed around by this new flow of magma.
All right.
Granted, you do
Oh.
get the boulder strength.
Let me see what the boulder is.
It should be... You get a +3 on the strength save. It is proficient in strength saves.
So 19.
A 19. Great. You pull out the bottom one and you like get pushed back a little bit, but then you hold firm and you actually feel the kind of like thicker layer kind of break around you, and you are now like sitting in the more liquid as it's kind of flowing over you. Very warm. But you see, as soon as you pull out that like bottom rock, the whole center column falls, and then the sides get pushed open. And now there's a bunch of magma flowing down. I would like Stella, Terra, and Yuritora to give me a dexterity saving throw. Granted, the DC is much lower because you back down the tunnel. But I would like a dex save. Yuritora fails.
19.
19, okay.
Oh, crap. Yuri Tora, no.
Tavala.
10.
Yeah.
HP.
A 10 fails.
Wait, a
Stella
dex,
succeeds.
you do, it is just the straight, like, the dex saving throw, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
I
Oh,
got
wait.
a 10.
You didn't need to make one.
You said Tuvala.
Did I? What did I mean to say?
I don't know. I think you meant to say Terra, maybe.
Oh, probably. So Tara, what did you roll?
10.
A 10? Okay. We'll do that. Actually, wait, no, I pulled up lava damage. Okay, that's how many I should do. Okay, with a 10,
I don't wanna die. I don't wanna die.
you take 32 points of fire damage.
Ah!
As you're
No.
walking down the tunnel, you don't realize, and it comes up and it like
32?
swallows your ankle. Yeah. Before you quickly pull it out, but your ankle is burned real bad. Yuritora kind of notices that, turns around, fails her dex save, and like trips onto the ground. But she was already ready, and she casts Absorb Elements, and you see
Which-
like
That technically wouldn't do anything.
it doesn't, but she was ready to do it anyway. And it does
Yeah.
help a little bit, and she takes 16 points of
Well,
damage.
it wouldn't help at all because she already has half damage.
Yeah, I know. I'm saying, like, visually it helps,
Oh.
because it has
Okay.
an extra layer of arcane protection, but she is still considered resistant. So she takes
Gotcha.
16, which, can I edit her?
Which means I would also take 16, right?
Yes, you also take 16. Unless you're
yeah.
also considered resistant. Are you considered resistant?
I am. No. But I.
Actually, I forgot. Yuritora doesn't take any because her ward takes the attack.
Oh.
So you see that little orb that she had pulled out earlier kind of takes the brunt of the damage, and it looks like it got burned before she moved off to the side where the magma flows just beside her now. So there was kind of initial wave that covered most of the tunnel before it kind of secedes back into its 15-foot wide path. And then a minute or two later, you're all kind of like looking at the magma flow, unless there's anything specific you want to do. But kind of just waiting for Tuvala to come back. Terra and Stella and Yuritora see just like a little set of eyes just kind of going down with the flow. Then another. You're just kind of chilling for now.
I love them.
What?
I love them.
I love them so much. And then you see a third one coming down, and then you see the eyes disappear below the magma before you see like a rock come out of the magma and stick into the magma in front of it as it's gonna try to start making another dam.
Oh no.
You see it like places the first rock and kind of holds its hand there, trying to stop it, but it's like slowly rolling before it grabs another rock with its second hand and kind of starts building up another dam. This time it's actually further downstream than you, so you kind of have to stop it before it gets too much of a dam built, or you're all going to be in a hot tub. Currently, it's not being super successful, but what do y'all do?
Don't you have Mage Hand?
Someone does.
Not me.
So?
Not moi.
Oh,
I thought you did.
No.
wait. Tara, you do have Mage Hand.
What?
You have Mage Hand.
Oh, heck you!
Did you just forget that you were a spellcaster?
No, I forgot that I had it because I was thinking that only bards have it.
interesting.
Because Scanlan's always doing dumb stuff with it.
That's not Mage Hand. That's
well,
Big B's hand.
Oh yeah. Well, I forgot, but that's what I was thinking of. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I have it. What do you want me to do with it?
Grab the rock. Push it out of the way.
I'm gonna go flick rocks with my mage hand.
Okay, flicking the rock with a Mage Hand won't do much, but you can push it.
Okay, I push
As
the
it
rock.
is a rock. It is not pebble, it is rock. But easily enough, you kind of nudge it just enough with your mage hand, and it starts rolling again, and you actually see, like, the eyes, as it was grabbing these two rocks trying to make a dam, as you push it, it kind of, like, goes forward a little bit, and like, its face dips in, and you can see its, like, hind legs come up a little bit before it balances itself back out. You just hear a large croak as it starts sliding down the lava tube again. Anything else you want to do in the lava tube?
Preferably get out of the lava tube.
Fair
Yeah,
enough.
I can agree with that one.
Okay, so easily enough making your way down. You know the path, especially since it's a one-way tunnel. You come out of the tube and you now see that, like, channel that's almost built like an aqueduct, but of much thicker material made for magma. Currently now has 6 sets of eyes kind of chilling in the tubes that lead to the forges. And it's not great for, you know, flow. It looks like they might be causing it to get too full, and it's like it's like almost at the top of the, like, tube, and you see the two guards, like, looking at them like, what is that?
These are your new best friends. They're going to help you with your forging experiences.
You said that, and then he started rolling.
I want to
Who
see
started
if,
ro-
What do you think?
gonna see if any of them were territorial enough to attack someone.
Oh no.
But they are content in the lava. Currently, they are still blocking enough flow to where the forge is not getting enough heat, but it's progress as there's more magma coming from the tube.
I said get it out of the tube. I got it out of the tube, and
Tuval,
I'll
are you
take my
changing
time
back,
without
or are you just gonna be a boulder?
I think I'm just gonna stay as a boulder for right now.
Okay, so you also start, you know, making your way down like a lazy river of magma, kind of floating along. You eventually get to the aquifer type thing, and you're just chilling. You kind of bump into the boulder in front of you, and it's just chilling. It kind of like looks at you, looks back. You see it like licks its eye, and as it opens its mouth to do so, you see like a big orange glow from the inside of its mouth before like a tongue that's about the same shade of gray as its outer skin. Like a stone gray tongue comes out and it like licks its eye, and then it goes back in. It's just chilling there.
I like how much you fleshed it out. Little guys.
I love
He
All
said,
right.
"These are my new babies, and no one is
Yes.
going to hurt them."
And I will
And I
love them
think-
forever.
I think for
Yeah.
once in his entire DMing experience, he made a character, and if we had killed it, I think he might have cried.
One of them bites Terra.
I think we would have just gotten
I'm
punished
kidding.
for it later. Like we kill all of them and then Mama Frog comes out or something. Wait, if they're called boulders, does that mean that their babies are called pebbles?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, yes. It may not
These
have
are
been the case
all
before,
these
but
are
it
all the
definitely is
full-grown
now.
ones. You haven't seen any babies.
Little tadpole pebbles.
I mean, that's a good sign, because then we'd have more to get rid of. Okay.
And also
So-
probably more mother instinct territorial issues.
Actually, Tuvala, since you're a boulder, go ahead and give me a nature check with advantage.
Hey, we're definitely rolling again. 9.
That was with advantage?
That was with advantage. The first one was a
How
3.
bad is your nature?
I'm a druid and my nature is 1.
Ugh.
Yeah. I don't know how to make it better.
Okay. I mean... Nah, it would be a nature check. I can't. Okay.
I didn't expect you to roll that badly.
Yeah, I really didn't. Not with advantage.
Yeah.
Okay, never mind.
So, lava is getting into the little, like, heating element cauldron type things.
You know, a little bit more than there was. Still not the full amount. But it's because... Okay. So there's like 4 channels that go to each of the forges. They all converge into one bigger tube. That is the bigger tube is where all of the boulders are right now. So they're kind of limiting the flow of magma to the 4 channels. Unless you could get them into like each individual forging station, then you're gonna run into a problem with them blocking flow.
Unless you can get them to where?
Like
Like the individual.
yeah, like in the 4 tubes where the forges actually are, like the little like dome things that I talked about earlier, where they actually heat the metal.
Mm-hmm.
Granted, they can't live here forever because they need food.
What do they eat?
You don't know.
Yeah, I was wondering about that.
Hey, Tavalla, what do you feel in the mood for right now?
Ah, yes.
You're not hungry
Let's say
right
I'm-
now. You rolled really bad on nature. Tara, you can make a nature check if you want.
Please.
Stella can too, but y'all don't get advantage. Tuvala had advantage because they were a boulder.
I rolled a 9 without advantage.
We are outside of the tube, yes.
Yeah, y'all are currently like at the forging station with the roof over it and the gate surrounding it.
Alright. You said nature check, right?
Yep.
12.
A 12. It's a little hard to fully understand these creatures, especially you not being native to a volcano either. Your suspicion is that they do not eat magma, but rather magma is actually a byproduct of something that they do eat, as they can spit magma.
They eat guys, but magical ones that are like on fire.
Though, with their stone-like skin, you do know that they probably ingest a ton of carbon.
Did they eat diamonds?
No, they don't eat diamonds. But they probably eat something that is very carbon-dense.
Their skin is flawless because they eat a lot of charcoal.
Well, I wouldn't say flawless.
I was
What?
just waiting for you to be like, yeah, there's diamonds in their stomachs. Get to getting.
Gut the
Yeah.
frogs to get your diamonds.
standing over the frog with a knife, just.
Hi there. You see nothing.
Oh, actually, with a 12, I'll say that is enough, as the DC was 10. You do notice all of the ones sitting in front of you do look different from Tuvala. Tuvala is actually a little bit bigger than the rest of them, a little bulkier. It seems like all of the 6 of them that were kind of building the dam, all of those are actually male.
Interesting.
Okay.
Mia's player understands significance of this. Mia's character not so much.
Fair enough. I'm sure it's not a problem anymore. I mean, you cleared the tunnel.
I don't know, it's definitely a problem, but
There's a queen boulder.
what? So,
Can we
in
call
a
her
lot
the
of-
Rolling Stone?
oh my god. Terra takes more damage.
yes.
The DM just took psychic damage.
There are separate sounds that male and female frogs make in certain species. Can I attempt to see if I can make one exclusive to female boulders?
Give me a performance check.
Okay, I
Turns
want to
out-
see if it gets a reaction out of the frogs.
Turns out this is the only one is a mating call. Things get real bad real
I'm
fast.
specifically trying to not say
And
the words
cut to
mating call.
black. This isn't the first time Tavala's had a sex session.
I got a 9.
This is
A
uncomfortable.
9? You do
Yeah.
your best female croak. And you see the one that you bumped into and the thing kind of like looks at you. Then it like opens its mouth really wide and you see it get brighter before it spits magma on your face. Granted, you have no damage. Or you take no damage. But it spits magma onto you. That is very true, Lane.
Okay, so it's like attempting to keep me warm.
And
Okay.
it'll do it several times. You see, it's like it gets its little chin area big, and then opens its mouth and spits magma towards you, and then it does it again. And then after a few times, it actually dips down and gets some of the magma that you're sitting in, and it scoops it up and then spits it at you.
I'm Queen of the Frog. Just one.
You're
The one.
queen of frog.
Okay. I would like to try.
This is not where I thought this session was gonna go.
This is not.
No.
For anyone but-
Ideally, where'd you think it was gonna head? Just boulder fight?
No, I thought it was gonna go, secondary Torah, tunnel vision.
I mean, it started off that way.
That's
Yeah.
very true.
You gotta keep in mind though, like we're all spastic.
Yeah. I'm
Well,
glad it
it-
went this direction because I love these babies. But
Yeah.
and now one of them is spitting magma onto Tuvala over and over again. By the way, Stella and Tara, you both heard this like croak before one of the frogs like just looked over at the one that you know to be Tuvala and just started spewing magma onto her.
Should we do something about that? And
There
the
you
Yuri
go.
Tora is just watching.
Kinda just watching.
You actually see Yuritora like reaches into her cloak, grabs a
Taking
notebook and a
notes,
pencil,
yeah.
and just starts
She's like-
writing.
I'm watching a master work, and I'm like, what the fuck did I get myself into? Okay, I'm gonna try to walk over to one of the little crucibles and see if I can get them to follow me, or at least the one that's interested to follow me to the little.
You see, so how it is right now, you kind of have to get out of the little channel to get over to them because you're the back of the line. But you can still kind of stay in, but you have to get kind of out. So as soon as you get out, you see it croak. The meaning for cold before it spits more magma at you, but it does actually try to follow you. Granted, it's trying to also scoop up magma to spit at you, scoop it up, spit it at you. So you walk over to one of the smaller channels, and the reason they're sticking in the bigger channel is because the smaller channels are a much tighter fit. It's like shoulder to shoulder, and you don't get quite as deep into the magma. But shuffling your way over to one of the crucible-like structures that heats up the little domed forges above it, it's actually very comfy. And the other one kind of follows you in, and it gets like settled, and there's like a metal grate above that gets red hot from the magma, and that's what they put like the steel and stuff on to forge. And it just kind of like sits under the grate, and it looks up, and it spits magma up at the grate, and it just like splashes everywhere in the dome. When it just kind of like settles down into the magma before letting out another croak of warm.
I want to try to do the same like warm croak and see if I can just convince them. Hey, it's warm over here.
Give
Come to
me
these
a
little tunnels."
persuasion check with advantage, now that you have convinced one of them that you were a queen.
I am a queen, goddammit.
Good grief.
17.
17. You see two
Yeah.
more of them kind of walk over to a similar crucible and just kind of sit in it. And now the entire like forge area, this entire fenced-in area, is just full of boulder croaks. And those of you that aren't boulders or currently sitting in magma can just look, and you just see like a bunch of dwarves starting to like line up at the fences of the area, like looking in, trying to figure out what the heck is going on. You see like 4 or 5 like little dwarven children kind of like looking in, like, what? You also see the guards sitting there, like spear out and then shield and axe out, just standing at the gate, like, what is going on?
At the moment, at least, it kind of looks like most of them are semi-contained.
Yeah, there's one still in the channel, though the other channels have been filled. There's 1 or 2 kind of sitting in the channel. You actually see one of them is just like spinning in a 360 around in the channel.
It's like the seal. They're just-
You just see like the eyes above just doing a 360.
With them kind of under control, I think this is a good time to get out of magma and out of wild shape.
Okay.
So I can try to do a little bit more. Yeah. So hop out, kind of shake magma off. Wild shape back
Fair
into
enough.
me.
You wild shape back into you, and you feel a little bit of heat, as a little bit of magma had gotten stuck to you. But as you wild shape into the thinner form, it just kind of falls harmlessly to the ground. But you see it like splash against the ground. And now the guards are even more confused. And you see the one that thought of you as a queen is just currently looking up at you now that you're an owl lady, and you just hear a croak.
Why? You lied to me.
It's a croak of betrayal.
I did see a little like
Crook trail.
this kind of theme short that somebody filmed and it was of a druid who had been like wild shaped as a horse, as the king's horse, so that they could win a race. He has to like turn back into himself, and the horse that was like sharing the stable with him was like, "How could you do this to me? You were supposed to be my one true love." And he's like, "I'm sorry, Buttercup. I didn't mean to hurt you."
That's
It's
amazing.
amazing.
Yeah. So I think at the very least, did Gronmit or anybody like come to investigate?
You actually see Gronmit is now coming up to the front of the gate, and he kind of enters. The guards like let him in, but they're still holding guard at the gate. And he just looks up and he goes, "What? What? Somebody, please explain."
There were lava. You got lava frogs. I think this is all of them. They were building a little dam to stay warm. Are you guys familiar with this species whatsoever?
No,
Fair enough.
we don't typically look in the magma when we're foraging.
Well, maybe you should.
He just
Point
looks completely dumbfounded.
Point being, they're very warm, and they wish to stay very warm. This could be to your advantage. If you'd like, you could use them as a pseudo heat source, as they seem to like being in the little furnaces you have here.
As you say that, like 3 of them just croak, and he's just like, okay.
Alternatively, I recommend some kind of pen or something that you could craft, maybe with a little bit of lava offshoot for them to live in. I see a way of this being mutually beneficial either way.
You immediately see, Gamma, I think is how I pronounced his name earlier. The other architect is like, what if we, just had a little offshoot up there that went to like a pool so that they could just be over there instead of here. And he like looks into one of the domes of the forges right as it spews magma up against the dome and it splashes, and he like has to rear back and goes, "'Cause that."
Fair
And
idea.
you see Gronmit's just like, I mean, I guess, lava frogs?
I see that they could even act as like guard dogs if you put them in like a little moat in front of the building, you know?
Do they attack?
Juvala just kind of looks over at like the one that's like spinning around in a circle and just, they're capable of it, yes.
You see, as you look over to the one spinning, it looks straight up in the air as it's doing a slow 360, and it starts spewing magma straight up, and it's like that little rotating water fountain.
Oh gosh.
Except more dangerous. But Gronmit looks at you and goes, "But you said this is all of them?"
All that
I
we
do-
found.
I do believe so. We could. It's all that we found in the pool. It's all that was blocking up. Actually, we also destroyed that dam that was stopping the flow.
I can tell,
So
and he
I-
points to the larger stream of magma. He goes, "Thank you for that. That's our biggest concern, but now we have to figure out what to do with these."
Well, I can't do it too many more times without taking a break, but if you need in the future, whenever you've had, your little area for them constructed, I can resume my role as their queen and try to convince them to go into your area.
You see, even without an insight check, the words that you just spoke have such a profound effect on every dwarf within earshot, as they are hearing a bird woman say, "I am the queen of the small magma frogs."
You guys don't have too many druids around here, do you?
No, we live in a mountain.
Well, maybe you should.
So much
Like-
sass.
Fling cloak, a few feathers go flying.
Your cloak has a little burn spot on it.
It's posh. But-
Okay.
I believe we've done the job for you as requested. Your
guess-
lava's back.
I guess so. A deal's a deal. You see, and he like calls over to another dwarf, and they start like talking about something. And he goes, "Okay." And you see the dwarf that he called over starts like running off. And he goes, "Okay, so they're gonna go get you diamonds. I know you said we said 250 gold worth. So we'll start getting those cut and polished for you. That'll take a couple hours at the earliest. So why don't you four come? Actually, and you see he takes like a double take at Yuritor and goes, "Didn't I already see you?" She goes, "No." He goes, "Okay, why don't you four come with me back to the Hall of the Architects, and I'll introduce you to the others, and we'll get your payment sorted out."
Sounds like a good idea to me.
Okay, follow me. You see, he and Gamma kind of start escorting you to the Hall of the Architects, and you see there's now more dwarvish children just looking at the spewing fountain of lava frogs now in the forge area. The guards are still like, "Everyone stay back, there is magma getting thrown about." But as you all approach the large, dark stone building of the Hall of the Architects, I believe we can go ahead and end our session there, and we can pick up
Alright.
either next week or the week after. Again, not 100% sure if we'll be able to play next week, as Elf and I are doing a ton of traveling nowadays. So that is unfortunate, but it is what it is. With that being said, thank you all so much for watching. I will try to keep people updated. I don't think I have it. I want to double check. We have a Discord server, but I don't know if I have a panel on the Twitch. So if anyone wants to join the Discord server, there is not a panel. I will post an invite. I'm posting an invite in the Twitch chat. If anyone wants to join, I will try to give updates about when we're streaming and stuff in said Discord. There's a rules page that you'll have to agree to, but I will try to post updates there whether or not we'll be streaming next week. I'm also planning on doing some other stuff with the Discord. Maybe some viewer games. I don't know yet. Depends on what we decide to do. But yeah, if anyone wants to join, that is available for any and all to join. hope you all enjoyed. I know I did. That was a blast. I love my little frogs. And yeah, we'll see you hopefully next week. If not, then the week after. So y'all have a good one. Have a good night stream. Be safe.
I